My Weird School Fast Facts. Pizza, Peanut Butter, and Pickles. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pelot. Chapter 7. What is it? We eat all kinds of stuff every day, and sometimes we have no idea what we're putting in our mouths. Isn't that weird? Well, here are some fast facts on foods you may be wondering about. Yogurt. What is it anyway? When fresh milk is left in a container with friendly bacteria, it thickens. The word yogurt comes from Turkey. Arlo, do you know the difference between Greek yogurt and other yogurt? Greek yogurt has more grease in it. There's no grease in yogurt. Greek yogurt is thicker and creamier because the whey is removed. No way! Whey is the watery part of milk. Taking it out makes the yogurt denser. Also, Greek yogurt has more protein and less sugar. Jell-O. Arlo, do you like eating cow and pig bones? Yum! They're my favorite foods. Then you probably like Jell-O because that's what it's made from. What? The gelatin in Jell-O is what makes it jiggly. Gelatin is a processed version of a protein called collagen that's in many animals. So the animal parts are ground up, treated with acid to release the collagen, and then boiled to form gelatin. The gelatin is dried and ground into a fine powder. Jell-O also has water, sugar, or artificial sweetener, artificial flavor, and food coloring in it. Food coloring. Speaking of which, there used to be clear Pepsi, pink margarine, and green ketchup. Gross, right? Certain colors seem to go well with certain flavors. Oranges are orange. If you ask me, an orange drink should look like an orange. Red drinks should taste like berries. Purple lollipops should taste like grapes. Nobody wants to eat a gray hot dog or a red banana. Because of this, companies dye their packaged food so it looks more appetizing. So if your cheese doodles look particularly orange and your mint chip ice cream looks particularly green, you know why. There's another way to color food. The Deli Garage, a German company, makes edible spray paint. It's called Food Finish, and you can spray it on any food. It comes in red, blue, gold, and silver. That's weird. Butter and margarine. Butter is made by churning milk or cream. This separates the butter fat, solids, from the buttermilk, liquids. Margarine doesn't have any milk in it. It's made from vegetable oil, water, salt, and emulsifiers, which are additives that help liquids mix. Margarine has to have a minimum fat content of 80%. If it's less than that, it's called a spread. Spam. Spam is made from cooked pork, salt, water, potato starch to keep the meat moist. Sugar and sodium nitrate, a preservative. It was introduced in 1937 and became popular during World War II because the soldiers could eat it right out of the can. In 1941, 100 million pounds of Spam were sent overseas to feed Allied troops. There's something about Spam that is funny. Here are some fun Spam facts. There's a museum devoted to Spam in Austin, Minnesota. It's called the Spam Museum, so it has the perfect name. A canjo is a banjo made out of a Spam can. After World War II, the Hormel Company, which makes Spam, hired an all-female military-style band to promote their products. They were called the Spamettes. If you wanted to circle the earth with Spam, and who wouldn't? You would need 415,469,599 cans. The comedy group Monty Python made a hilarious skit about Spam. Cheese. Cheese is made from 4 things: milk, salt, good bacteria, and rennet. Rennet is an enzyme that makes milk separate into a solid and a liquid. Cheesemakers can adjust that basic recipe to make hundreds of kinds of cheeses. Plus, they can make it with the milk of cows, goats, sheep, buffalo, reindeer, camels, and even yaks. Yak cheese! So what's Velveeta? I like that stuff. It says cheese product on the box. Velveeta is a kind of processed cheese. That's cheese made from cheeses that are remelted, and then milk, cream, or butter is added to it. Sometimes coloring, sweeteners, seasonings, and preservatives are added too. American cheese is also processed cheese. The Food and Drug Administration doesn't consider it real cheese, so it has to be labeled cheese product or cheese food. Whipped cream. Whipped cream is cream that's whipped, so it has the perfect name until it's light and fluffy. Sugar is usually added to make it sweeter. It's yummy, especially on ice cream. So what's Cool Whip? Cool Whip and Ready Whip are whipped cream substitutes. They have cream in them, but they also have water, vegetable oil, corn syrup, skimmed milk, and chemical additives. Ready Whip comes in a can with an aerosol nozzle. Nitrous oxide inside the can mixes it with other ingredients and whips it all up as it shoots out of the nozzle. Aaron Bunny Lapin invented the nozzle in 1955, and he was called the Whipped Cream King. Sausage and hot dogs. Centuries ago, people hunted animals for food. They didn't want to waste anything, so when they killed an animal, they tried to use every part of it. That's how the sausage was born. A sausage is made from ground meat, usually pork, beef, or veal, mixed with salt and seasonings. Then they stuff this stuff into a skin called a casing, which is made from the small intestines of cows, hogs, or sheep. Are you grossed out yet? Keep reading. A hot dog is a type of a sausage. They're called Frankfurters because they were originally made in Frankfurt, Germany. German immigrants brought them to America in the late 1800s. What's inside a hot dog? All kinds of stuff. They start with beef or pork trimmings. Those are the lower grade parts of an animal. Muscle parts, fatty tissue, feet, skin, blood, liver, head meat. Are you grossed out yet? All that stuff is cooked and ground up. Then they add salt, spices, water, and sometimes corn syrup or fillers like breadcrumbs or flour. After that, all that stuff is pumped into casings. So, are you grossed out now?